your ability to run a normal life with the prosthetics, and I just don't know how that connectivity happens and how intense it is to learn how to use the prosthetics.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a topical sensor on my forearm. So if you ever rode a motorcycle or a dirt bike or a moped, and you rev the engine, you'll flex your hand towards the ceiling. You know, you keep your wrist straight, flex your hand up. There's a muscle on your forearm right below your elbow.
Yeah.
That flexes, and they put a sensor on that. So when I flex that muscle slow, it opens. When I flex it fast, it rotates to the left. Huh. Then if you flex your hand down the other way, you'll feel your forearm flex, and they put a sensor on that. And when I flex it down slow, it closes. When I flex that muscle fast, it rotates. So I still think about it, but it becomes second nature, just like when you move your arms and legs when you have them. My legs they're microprocessor computers, and they can tell when my weight shifts over my toe. They're all set up with a computer with 300 different adjustments and things you can do to them. And they're dialed right into what you want and how your body's going to react or how they react to your body's movements. So, I mean, I know a lot of shows have like, oh, they tied into this pectoral muscle and they did this, but that's not, I mean, I have the stuff that, it's not basic stuff. It's really advanced, good stuff, but I have the most basic hand because it's most durable. And I use it, but I think that it's great that, I have the ability to, go to the fridge and grab something out. And like yesterday, we had burgers and I had leftover burgers. I went to the fridge and I got the burgers and wrapped them from the cellophane they were in and put them in the microwave by myself and grabbed the barbecue sauce out and then grab a fork out and, was able to eat them and go to town. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it just takes things just take a little bit longer every now and then.
Yeah. I mean, you basically lead a normal life. And then,
I don't want to sugarcoat it. Like I do have to help put my legs on every day. I haven't figured out how to put them on yet. But I'm getting a new system that will help me do that. But, I do still need help. And I do have my father-in-law that works with me in my speaking and travels with me and helps me out with a lot of stuff. Like I can't do buttons. I don't want to sit there and have people think like, oh my gosh, this dude just does it all by himself. Because I have a lot of wonderful people that have stepped up to the plate and either, help me out or work with me on things. And without them, it wouldn't be as possible. But once my legs get on and my pants get buttoned for the day, like I'm basically unstoppable.
You're very grateful for the person that makes sure those pants are buttoned up, right? Nobody wants to walk around like that all day.
Right. So and they have elastic ones. I just don't like the look of them. So I wear Nike golf shorts everywhere I go. I don't wear pants anymore because there's no point.
Yeah.
Sure. People just look at me like if I have pants on, people are like, "Why does the guy walk so funny?" But they have no idea, and then they just walk closer to you, and I'm just like, I'd rather just have my shorts on, let my fake legs show, and people will, give me that bubble so they're not like stepping on me.
Yeah, I understand. Interesting. And with those legs, obviously you can walk. Do you have the ability to run? I thought I saw something in the video.
I have running legs. Yep, I have different legs that are called running legs. I have those, and I'm able to run and do all that stuff.
Yeah, it's just, it's just another amazing thing to think about how far we've come medically to give people their lives back and the ability to do that. I mean, you get to run with your kid now and enjoy all those things together,
Yeah, and we go tubing a lot. We could live on a lake or off a lake, but I don't know. My buddy and I just bought a marina motel, and we named it a lodge. So I run that, and I have the ability to keep, myself active with jumping in the water and swimming around and things like that. And I do a little bit of adaptive CrossFit. So, I mean, it's all pretty basic stuff. I mean, people are amazed by me and I appreciate it. I get why they are, but at the same time, I don't see myself any different. So I do my best to just keep up with everybody and do what I can.
Yeah, well, you say it's all pretty basic stuff, and I'm at a loss for words here today just thinking about, your mind wanders, how much you must have gone through from start to finish here. And I'm still appreciative that you even joined the military. So far more than basic stuff. So, you're recovered and you're learning how to use your prosthetics. Family life is holding together. What encourages you or makes you decide that you're going to start a nonprofit and you're going to go down that road as opposed to any other type of work you might go into at this point in your life?
Oh, well, I'm a motivational speaker for my profession now. So I have my own speaking group that I go and speak on behalf of and things like that, which is great. The foundation doesn't pay me a dime. I never take money away from it. None of my board gets paid, but the reason that we did it was we just thought, wouldn't it be cool if it wasn't just a service member that got to come on these trips. I was going on a lot of trips, and we had to take as many service members. And some people got to take non-medical assistance, if you will. Like I got to take my wife, so I need help putting prosthetics on and things like that. Well, we thought, what really got us where we're at today, or got me through it, was honestly it was my family. And I thought, let's just go ahead and try to figure out how we can incorporate families in this. So we started this idea of bringing families out to Maine, and we did that one year, and it went really well. And we did it the next year, it went super well. And we thought, let's just buy a facility, and we just did it all off like our story we were telling. Like, hey, we believe we're going to be able to do this. And then we bought a facility. It was in really bad disrepair, and we fixed it up. And we opened up June last year, and we brought in 84 families, and no cost to the families. And then this year we're bringing in 128 families. We're starting our 6th week on Sunday next week, and we're just grateful to do the work. I mean, we bring them up, we show them how to do things adaptively. We have 100% ADA, like, barrier-free place. So if you're in a wheelchair, or if you're with prosthetics or anything like that, or any impairment, you can get around. We focus on physical injury. We don't do anything with the PTSD or TBI realm. We partnered with home-based programs. So anybody that emails in or is looking for help there, we just send them right to a home-based program who has the ability to help with those kind of issues. And we deal with physical injuries, paralyzation, amputation, spinal cord injuries, things of that nature. Mm-hmm. And it's just been really, really great to watch these families come out and not really know what to expect. And then all of a sudden you got a guy with no legs kayaking with his son, or you got a mom missing one arm, learning how to shoot archery still with their children or whatever. And, it's been really, I don't want to say gratifying, but it's really, really been something that my wife and I enjoy, that we get to bring the ability to these families and show them life goes on. Don't be a member of society that sits on the sidelines. Don't be a guy that watches, your child participate in an activity that you should be participating in. And that's where the action sports come into play. The kayaking, canoeing, and tubing and fishing. I can't throw a football. I mean, I hate to say I can't do something, but I really can't throw a football. And that sucks. It's too bad, but it doesn't mean I can't be active with my family. It doesn't mean I can't take my family down, a river, whitewater rafting, because I can do that kind of stuff. So we're just opening the doors and the minds of people that come and showing them a new way. I was fortunate to hire an executive director that just don't quit. And she just crushes everything she gets put in front of her, as well as I hired a physical therapist, a doctor of physical therapy from Walter Reed. That was at Walter Reed for 8 years, and she's a phenomenal person. And I called her and said, hey, look, this is what I'm thinking. You want to come run the programs. And, she's our program director now, and her husband is a single-leg amputee and 22-year military guy, and he runs the facilities. Huh. And, if you build the right team and you surround yourself with the right people, you're going to go far places. And that's what we've done at the foundation. And I just couldn't be more grateful for the staff that we have and the abilities that we do for these families, because the testimonies you read online, yeah, they're really, not shock you, but show you that the work that we're able to do is really changing lives and having people, feel like they can actually be part of something and they can still do things, and the family gets to relax, but also, do things together. And that's why we did it. And I didn't know how successful it was going to be. When we started, it was 1 week a year at camps that we would rent that are you can get around. And now we have this facility that's just, incredible, and we're thankful for.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what you've posted online in terms of the facility itself, the visual photos of the rooms and the property and everything, I mean, that looks like a place that anybody would want to stay for any reason, let alone to get their lives back in front of them.
Oh, absolutely. And then, I was fortunate to write a book. It's called Tough as It Comes. It's a New York Times bestseller. And I'm currently going through to find a collaborative author for my next book that I'm going to write about, the purpose and direction piece of how to get better, how to get through things. And I'm very excited about that. So, life keeps marching on. I have amazing family that has supported me through this, and just going to keep going forward,
Well, I love your the quote is all over your website, never give up, never quit. Clearly that's the type of life you live. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? You've got a lot of projects, you've got books, you've got the movie out, you've got your retreat. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Well, I think the retreat's still going to be thriving, doing wonderful things. We've expanded our programs that we're trying to offer with Vietnam veterans and caregivers. I possibly have a movie out by then. We had to deal with Disney or with Fox 21st Century, and then it got put on hold because they're getting bought by Disney, as well as, just kind of living life. 10 years, my daughter will be 16, so I guess we'll be driving down the roads together, which is a little scary. And then, watch my kid play sports. So, my life, I don't plan on deviating from the original plan that I had, except for I won't be in the military 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be the same dad. So we're just going to hopefully keep on being successful and keep doing things to the highest standard of what we think is right, and making sure that we never deviate from the plan, and we don't ever muddy the waters with anything that we do. And we stay very on top of everything and stay humble but hungry. Yeah,
well, I certainly appreciate that perspective. Travis, on your website, you have a tab on there named sponsorship, and it's about sponsoring a vet. Can you tell us a little bit about that as we wrap this show up?
Oh, absolutely. And I appreciate you bringing that up. So we're donation based, and like I said, they're on the board at my foundation to include me as the president gets paid. We do it just to give back, and you can sponsor a veteran family. You can sponsor a whole week of veterans if all the families. We've had people like Boeing step up and do that, and some other companies. Or we've had a grandma that emailed, or I'm sorry, she didn't email. She got an email. She was in her 80s. She had an old Cutlass out back. Lived in Vegas. Dug out all the change from the ashtray. Sent us $1.37 and said, "I just saw your story on the news. I don't have much to give. This is all I could find. I hope this helps." And you know what? That's just as important to me. Her caring and believing in our mission as it is, with our other donors. We have some pretty big donors, and it's just everybody, is on. We want everybody to know that they're a part of something. We don't want to take anyone's money that doesn't know that we appreciate them, that we couldn't do without them, and that they're now are part of our broader picture of continuing our mission. So everybody should feel like family. Everybody should be excited that they're part of the team, and we're never going to just take people's money and not expect to let them know what we've got going on and what we have to offer our guests and why we do our mission and what they really have truly helped us with.
Well, I think that's a wonderful approach. In my business, I sell wine, and like I tell them, people want to say, well, I only bought one bottle. Look, every bottle, every dollar counts in terms of what we're trying to accomplish. We work with orphanages, but to your point, every dollar counts. I also see, which I think is a wonderful idea. I'm going to go through this later after we get off the show. You've got not only online donations, you have an ability to host a fundraiser, sponsor a vet, nominate a vet, request applications, volunteer, and what I really liked was our shop our wish list, where we can go to Amazon and support your efforts through things that you might need on Amazon. So you guys really have thought about everything over there in terms of getting involved and helping out.
Well, I mean, we have people that fly in for a week from all over to volunteer for a week, and they're cleaning rooms, they're picking weeds out of a garden. And they're just so grateful to be able to do it. And, we're just thankful that we have people that want to support us like that and come out and do everything. And, I never want to be looked at as taking away. I go out there once a week when the families are there. I try to make it once a week and make sure they're all having a good time. But, it's about them. It's not about me going out there and using the facility every day and doing things like that. It's just about them and enjoying it and letting them know people are grateful for their service and their sacrifice. And they want to make sure their families are comfortable and able to do things and, build confidence in themselves and be able to just really get out there and enjoy life, even if they're missing both arms and both legs like myself.
Yeah. Well, Travis, if people want to get a hold of you or get involved in something, what's the best way for them to do that?
TravisMills.org is the best way to do that. We have the email address, info@travismills.org, as well as we have all the foundation emails that you'll find on the page. And then check me out on Facebook. Become a follower, like and share our page, SSG Travis Mills. And I appreciate you letting me put that social media plug in there, because without us getting our message out, we can't grow and do the work that we're doing. So every little bit counts that we're able to do. And this is a huge bit, but we really appreciate your time and having us, or I appreciate your time and having me on the show.
Well, we again thank you for your service and definitely your